Wowee. Breaking news. Mohamed Salah could be on his way to the Saudi Pro League. Al-Ittihad have put in a bid. Let's have a look. That man Ornstein, the little scamp's up to his old tricks again, putting out tweets. How dare you? And he has knowledge, as he always does. And Al-Ittihad have a concrete interest in signing Mohamed Salah from Liverpool. Saudi Pro League club making a renewed attempt for the 31-year-old Egypt international forward, unclear at this stage if a move will materialise. And there's a tweet above that actually suggesting that Liverpool's stance remains that Salah is not for sale amid Al-Ittihad pursuit. Let's have a look at the article that's got that little bit more blurb on it on The Athletic, which of course is always fantastic. Interesting stuff here, because what I want to get into here is I want to hear from you guys as ever. I want to know a few things. Should he go? And if not, why not? What's kind of best for him? Obviously, the money's a huge part of all of this, right? Would he be giving up on Liverpool if he were to do it? And also, actually, a really important question here is how much and when? Because players have to leave at some point. And I want to get to that. So the when is important here. But also, there's always been this sort of talk of Mohamed Salah going to Real Madrid. So if that is what he wants or has wanted in terms of his overall career path, when is that going to happen? Let's have a look at that article once again. So Saudi Pro League side Al-Ittihad have reignited their interest in Liverpool forwards Mohamed Salah. It is unclear at this stage if a deal for the 31-year-old will materialise. I have actually just tweeted saying, how much would you want for Salah? I haven't looked at that tweet. We'll have a look at that tweet right at the end of the video, because I think how much is important here as well. Especially for a 31-year-old, you've got to kind of stay sensible with it, despite him being such an important player to Liverpool and Liverpool's season this year. Imagine not having him on that right-hand side. That is a massive, massive hole that you have in that Liverpool side. Salah's agent had dismissed reports earlier in August linking why can't I say that? Egypt International with a move to the Saudi Arabian club. Rami Abbas said, if we considered leaving LFC this year, we wouldn't have renewed the contract last summer. Mohamed remains committed to LFC. Now, he is the highest paid player. He's on 350k a week. Now, the thing that entered my head was, okay, what do we need to get around here when we're talking about this? Should he? So he is 31, and there is a lot of money to be made there. And he's only got so many years left to do it. And this is, again, obviously the problem that has to be dealt with when it comes to the money from Saudi Arabia. And why, if it is unlimited money and they are willing to spend it forevermore, all the best players are going to go there. Like, if we have a look at the Saudi Pro League in terms of the top amounts of money, and again, just to plant it in your head, what is the amount of money you would want for Mohamed Salah? How much? How much is like, okay, let's just take the money. This is silly not to. In terms of the top buys so far, 90 million for Neymar, 60 million for Otavio. Malcolm went for 60 million as well, 55 million for Ruben Neves. A lot of them have actually been free signings as well. So the second thing, if you think of the 350,000 that Mohamed Salah's on, what can he, this is the real question. What money can he make on a weekly basis for Al-Ittihad? Well, let's have a look at that. Because when it comes to the highest paid players, what I think is interesting as well, and actually the Nuno Espirito Santo thing is a big part of this. So we've got the top 10 here from this is GiveMeSport.com. So in third place, Al Hilal are paying Neymar 2.6 million a week. Just going to let that hang in the air there. 2.6 million. That's a lot of money. Okay? So again, remember, any person is going to go, that's a lot more than 350k, isn't it? Now, Benzema, who is at Al-Ittihad. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, there was a story about Nuno Espirito Santo. I didn't want Benzema. I never wanted a player of his quality in my mixed. What? Really odd story that's gone out there that he didn't ever want Benzema. Why would you not want Benzema? But it does, if that is to be believed and that is true, and he's someone who's then going to sort of make way and leave. And you've seen that already with Jota, who is also a player for al-ittihad. He's a player that looks like they're going to let him go as well. All's not rosy there. And maybe this could be part of this. This could be part of the fact that if Benzema has fallen out with Nuno and he's going to go, you want to bring in a star man to fill that void. So, again, coming back to the money here, 3.3 million a week. And just to finish it off, Ronaldo is the highest earning player, 3.3 million a week. And that looks weird, but that's a hearing aid, okay? That looks like something else. We won't talk about that. So 3.3 million. So here's the point. 31 years old. You've got a 35-year-old, and how old's the other dude? Ronaldo. 37 or whatever he is now. He's got to be more than that, right? Whatever it is, right? He is 31. There's 5 years of brilliance minimum. You know, Mohamed Salah, you've all seen his perfect nipples and his incredible body. He is capable of being 39 and still an awesome player. So, and also as a Muslim, that's not a strategy, but obviously a very appealing element to a lot of the players that have made way to the Saudi Pro League. So you can understand the interest. And if the money is infinite, and if Mohamed Salah is 31, it then does come back. That is the Mo Salah problem here. What does he do? Because I think slight concern with, some of the, there's been sort of stories coming out. And again, that might just be sort of press trying to look for the negative in terms of things of players not actually even living in Saudi or players wanting to leave, all those things. That could just be stuff sort of, to put out there, to put out stories. But that money of 3.3 million a week is incredibly appealing. So in terms of the should here, look, we knew it was an obvious thing. It's the money, right? And it also, is there an element of panicking here in terms of him wanting to get it whilst he can? Because if it does move away from that, and look, right now you can't say that because all these guys have got there and have only just started. But if there is a concern about that project and it not lasting, the test of time, Mohamed Salah probably wants to get some of that cash before it's too late. And of course, it just would be a huge move for him. So why not go? I think the why not here is Liverpool aren't that far off. And Liverpool already have, you've seen it, over 100 million to go out there, spend, get the right guy at the right time. It's just how much time have they got and how much time has he got? Because I think he doesn't want to be playing in the Europa League either. He wants to be battling for titles. And, deep down, maybe he's kind of gone, oh, look, I've done incredible stuff for you here at Liverpool. I actually want to go to Real Madrid. So at some point, he's going to have to go. And you would imagine, I don't know this, I guess there's two strategies here. Does he stay at Liverpool to the end of his career? What is the end of his career? Is the end of his career, 39, and you get another 8 years of him? Like, I don't think that's beyond the realms of possibility for someone who's been fit for so long, touch wood. How grave is the situation in Liverpool right now? And is it even about Liverpool? Is it just about the fact that there's a guy in his 30s now who's done his bit at Liverpool but wants something different and can see a weakness in the project right now when it comes to Liverpool in terms of not getting those defensive midfielders that you want? And he's thinking, maybe it's just time to go. I get, it's a really tricky one for him. Again, which is why I'm kind of putting it to you. So, the last two things that I think are really important, when and how much. He's got 2 years left on his deal. At the end of this, you're obviously then going into that final year. So this is the time to sell. Okay? If not, you're going to sell him in the summer. And I think he would want to go to Real Madrid if he's not concerned about going from 350k a week to 3.3 million a week. Again, it might be one where I think ideally, he probably wants to stay playing in the Champions League for another 3 years, 4 years, and then make that move to Saudi. But they're clearly looking to turn his head. And money will do that. We have seen that with Liverpool players very recently. And it's one of those ones where it's difficult how, can you blame them? So let's find out. What have you guys said? Wow, there's been a response. Let's have a look. Okay. Liverpool fans. How much would you want for Salah? And of course, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've enjoyed this one, there's also loads of wicked stuff on the channel, so make sure you check it out. Carl, 250 million is probably the minimum. 10 days left in the window. That's the price, in my opinion. 100 million, 150 million next summer with replacements already lined up. 250 million, 150 to 175 million. He just signed a new contract. I don't want less than 160 million. He signed it last summer, not this summer. 250. So you've got between 500 million. That's amazing. A lot of people saying 250. 1 billion. Very good. You're too late. He's not for sale. And I think, look, that's an interesting thing to end off. We said the same about Mitrovic. We've said the same about a lot of people. So if they want to continue to pursue this, they can. And the pockets are deep enough. It's interesting. It's threatening to the Premier League again. But again, I guess at least he's 31. He's a little bit older. And you're taking the opportunity to kind of go to Liverpool. Well, no, I get it. Maybe you want to keep him for another year. But we'll give you 250. If he's willing to, if you make it a world record and it's 250, do take that.